Firstly, I will be referring to AFC and LD, which you all know is Adult Social Care and Learning Disabilities. I just want to mention that. And before I start, the first question from Sean Cox was really about council tax in the context of RFD services, as did Suzanne. So let me first deal with that response now. Leader has adopted it already, RBC has as well. I will just add that we feel through Cabinet the prudent approach was to take the 2%, 2%, 2% in 3 years. It would be much steadier and much more accountable, rather than taking the 3% and 3% and then 0 for the third year. So I think that explains that as it has been already. I should add that Adult Social Care Precept recognises the pressures across all of the adult social care, not just the LD component, and is being used to support all adult social care. However, I suspect I have support from all around this room, with my personal feeling that the government needs a much bigger solution to adult social care costs, and the council tax precept is not the answer. Let me move on to the other very specific questions and points that have been raised. And as Madam Chairman, you said, I will be giving a full detailed response to all of these questions in the near future. Just to introduce it, I'd like to thank all of you who came on today to raise issues that are clearly close to your hearts. It is hugely important that anyone who has a concern has the opportunity to speak out about their concerns, and we do listen and take notice of what is said. We really do value your taking the time and trouble to attend and raise these points, and thank you again. I'm grateful as well to Madam Chairman for giving me this opportunity to respond to some of the main areas of concern, for the many questions raised here, and to deal with them en bloc. I can confirm that I will be writing to everyone, as I just said. The background of this, it might be helpful to remind ourselves that we decided to go down this route over 3 years ago, and we've been talking about it for many years before that as well. We are one of the few remaining authorities in the land in England and Wales who haven't gone in this direction, generally speaking. But that's the timescale we've been working on to this contract, with the decision to go for a social enterprise taken way back in 2014. Firstly, to Jeanette Cave, the Somerset County Council is unique in having retained a large in-house learning disability service. The majority of other councils, as I said earlier, transferred over a decade ago, with a wide range of arrangements existing across the country. However, the approach that we have taken with the new social enterprise is not directly comparable with the other transfers, as the approach for procuring an organisation to create a new social enterprise has not been undertaken at this scale before. The reason we took this approach was that while a standard tender approach was rejected by stakeholders, there were also significant risks with creating a brand new independent organisation. We strongly believe that the approach we have taken both addresses the concerns of stakeholders while ensuring that the new social enterprise is supported by an experienced and respected organisation in the sector. Anthony Buffett, thank you for your comments and questions. We do recognise the importance of balancing the transformation of services, but also maintaining and delivering a financially sustainable service. We, like you, understand the value of our staff and their critical role in supporting customers and carers, and will do all we can to ensure all necessary consultation takes place between all parties. We have heard much about our ageing population and how the demographics work against us as a council. Well, in many respects, the same is true of people with learning disabilities, but they are even more vulnerable. With the advent of personal budgets, as a council, we have been finding that more and more young people with LD are not accessing the care we provide. They are spending their money, as they have every right to do, on a different range of services and providers. At the same time, medical treatments have progressed so that lifespans have greatly increased. These two factors mean that our population of service users is dwindling, ageing and having less choice. The phrase used in the service while it remains in-house is withering on the vine, which has been used several times, getting more unsustainable for us as a council and offering an increasingly unsatisfactory set of services. It cannot continue like this. If we are able to do the very best we can for our vulnerable people. Leaving it like this is not an option. The direct responses to continue. So let me address some of the other key points raised in these questions, and they come generally in 3 main areas. First, the impact of the decision on those accessing the service and their families. Second, our staff. Thirdly, how the contract is to run. Clearly, the most important of those areas is that around our service users and their families, so let me take us a little time to address that first. The decision to move to a central enterprise was done for a very specific reason. It will be better in the long run for our service users. And by better, I mean it will have more positive outcomes with the investment of highly skilled and experienced management. So, a focus on outcomes and issues raised by Paul, Liz and Nigel and some others. Our current buildings are not great. They can be, some of our buildings are not great. They can be seen as exclusive and segregated, which is not a good thing for our users. They are in some areas very run down and are not good. Sorry, and are not a good environment for our staff or our service users. Improvements in how the contract operates will be beneficial to all in this area. Dimensions will have the ability to be more targeted, more community-minded, able to bring in best practice and flexible approaches that have been beyond this council over many, many years. We want better, and we believe this contract will deliver better outcomes for our service users. Let me turn to the comments about our staff and several questions on this from Nick and others. First, I'd like to recognise what a great body of staff we have. Throughout the past months and in reality several years, there has been widespread engagement with our staff, and this has been on the whole extremely positive. This engagement and consultation needs to and will continue. We understand that staff are anxious and working with the new social enterprise to ensure that they are as well informed as they can be, and that they get the answers to the questions they are asked in order to reduce this as much as possible. Ensuring that people with learning disabilities get a high quality service is the most important thing to both the council and to the new social enterprise. But in order to achieve this, it will need to be sustainable, and we therefore understand the rationale for the new social enterprise putting forward the proposals through consultation that it has. We are working closely with the new social enterprise and the run of the transfer in order to ensure that the care and support that is provided is not only jeopardised, but improved. The timescale has been clear for many months, and our staff, as I mentioned, and we are not in a position to delay until after the final elections. Moving to the day centres, the issue here is not one of buildings, but of activities. Our current buildings are not great, as I said earlier, and the idea of replacing numbers of our service users in buildings with no access to the wider population and limited chance of progressing into work is not one that is attractive going forward. The contract requires dimensions to transform day services and to expand the range of support in conjunction with carers and customers. Where buildings are needed, they should be multi-use, giving service users the opportunity to mix with the wider population to benefit of all. And let me now move to the finance implications, which will help with the issues raised by you, Jeanette, Sean and Nigel, I think. This has been discussed at Scrutiny, at Cabinet and in various forums over the past 6 months. Many, many questions have been raised before that, including key meetings with members of the public in attendance. It has been made clear repeatedly through this council that council tax has only a limited bearing on our learning disability services. We await further next month, hopefully, on whether the government is going to look again at financing for the whole of our social care sector, and we are doing what we can to lobby to bring in a national approach we believe is essential to the sector. And I know that all the other authorities, especially in the southwest region, are joining us in that. In summary, I started this response with a promise that I will write to all those who have raised important questions, and I repeat that now. I will also outline that we have been in long and involved discussions with relevant trade unions, partners and stakeholders to explain the benefits and also to understand the risks that appear in any major contract of this kind. This is ongoing, and I'm grateful to all those involved. This is a major step for this council, and the hard work that is taking place is aimed at one thing and one thing only: to secure a good quality service for those vulnerable people who need our support. That is what this is about. That is what we are working hard to achieve. Thank you, Madam Chairman.